Hello and welcome to another video. This is Hannah with Frugal for Two, and today we're going to be doing a pre-Thanksgiving grocery haul. Now, I've been kind of skimping through my pantry the last couple of weeks, just using odds and ends, because I have been waiting to do my monthly grocery haul right before Thanksgiving so I could get the things that I needed to have fresh for my contribution to the family Thanksgiving meal. And I will be showing you those things in just a moment. So the budget for today's grocery haul was $100 for 2 people for 1 month. And since this is much later in the month than I normally get groceries, it might actually stretch a little longer than just to the end of November. So hopefully we can stretch this for a little while. We will see. So let's get right to it. So this is what we have for this month's grocery haul. We were running out of a lot of things since it's been almost month and 3 weeks since the last grocery haul we did. So we are stocking up on a lot of the essentials. Now we'll start with the things that are not food items. Cotton swabs. This is something we just needed to stock up on again. We just use them for applying hydrogen peroxide to small cuts or whatever, along with if I need to remove nail polish. I'm not wearing any at the moment, but hopefully I'll be able to do that again soon. And then we have a cheese grater. Now most of the time we use shredded cheese. It's just easier for us to buy shredded cheese. But we have a couple of blocks of cheese from family that would actually get used if we grated it. So I decided to buy the cheapest grater I could find, which was about $9. I know you can probably get them cheaper at dollar stores and such, but we went to Walmart this time, so we just picked up everything we needed there. Next up we have the cans. We have 2 cans of Great Value mixed vegetables. I found that these work great for a lot of recipes, and I found that everything in it I actually like, which is unusual. There are a lot of vegetables that I do not like, so even the lima beans, which I'm not a great fan of, there's so few of them that I hardly notice. But yet, my husband can get a little bit more variety since he does like a lot of vegetables. Behind that, I have 4 cans of the petite diced tomatoes. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to make spaghetti sauce or whether these will be used for other recipes. Like, I made some beef quesadillas last month and I really enjoyed them. And they do include tomatoes, so I might be using it for that. I might be using it for spaghetti sauce. I'm just not sure yet. Next up, we have yellow potatoes, and I found that these yellow potatoes just work well for almost everything. I like them a lot better than the russets or Idahos for baked potatoes, as well as using them for recipes. It doesn't matter so much if I'm using potatoes for soup. I can usually just get the cheaper Idahos or russets for that, but I was thinking we might do some baked potatoes this month. Speaking of potatoes, we love having these fries on hand. These are just the Great Value biggest bag they have, which is 4 pounds, and It says they're seasoned, but they're so lightly seasoned it might be like 12 grains of salt in this whole bag, it seems like. So it just gives us the opportunity to season them ourselves and use, you know, ketchup, cheese, whatever we want to on them. Next up, we have a big bag of broccoli. Again, this is one of the few vegetables that I really enjoy, and we have been out for quite some time. So I was finally able to get another big bag of broccoli. I found that the bird's eye is actually the best value at Walmart. Even though they have great value broccoli, I found that mostly it's just the stalks in those bags, and I like whole pieces of broccoli. I don't really prefer the stalks. So if you like stalks, then the great value would be perfect for you, but I like the whole big broccolis, so bird's eye is the best value for that. Next up, we have, to go with these potatoes, we have my husband's favorite chicken strips. He likes the great value ones, and they're a little bit cheaper than the ones I like, so I'm not complaining. And then we have the ones that I prefer, which is the Tyson Natural Crispy. They're a little bit more expensive, but the taste difference is enough that it's worth it for me. And his bag is a little bit smaller, so when he runs out, he'll have to eat these with me. But, you know, at least he gets some of the ones he likes, and it will be a little bit cheaper. Now next, I normally buy the great value in these biscuits. And I'm not sure if these are exactly the ones I normally get, because I am used to getting the great value brand of them. But these biscuits I'm planning on using for some more ham and cheese biscuits to put in the freezer. I usually make about 2 of these at a time, and just make a whole bunch of ham and cheese biscuits. Sometimes I add egg when I have it, but usually I don't always have the eggs on hand. So get a lot of just the regular ham and cheese, and I wanted to have one on hand just for either a chicken and biscuits recipe or maybe some gravy and biscuits one night. Just not sure. I don't usually do meal planning for the whole month. I just buy things that we normally need for the general recipes that I make, and any special ingredients for a recipe I know I want to make. So, like I said, I normally get the great value brand on these, but since it's right next to Thanksgiving, a lot of things were out of stock at our local Walmart. Speaking of Thanksgiving, I have a twin pack of eggs here, and getting the twin pack was only like a 1-cent difference from getting 2 of the single packs, but if you can save a penny, save a penny. These guys are going to be used mostly for heavenly eggs for Thanksgiving. Most people call them deviled eggs, but we don't put the pepper on top, and we don't like devils in our house, so we call them heavenly eggs. Next up, we have our lemon pepper chicken, and I usually shred this and pick it clean and put it into separate baggies for the freezer so I can use that chicken in recipes later. It's just very convenient. I don't really have a pot that's big enough to boil a whole chicken, so right now, this is just the best and easiest option for us. And of course, my husband likes his flavored drinks. So this month we're doing Mountain Dew, which is his favorite soda. And if you can see here, he could not even wait for me to finish the video before taking one out, because we've been out of Mountain Dew for a little while. We also get him the big bulk containers of pink lemonade. He really likes that, but we're not sure whether it's a seasonal thing or whether they've discontinued them or what, but the big Country Time pink lemonade containers that you get in the bulk section of Walmart are not available anywhere right now. We're just not sure why. Hopefully it's a seasonal thing and they'll come back in the summer. If you know, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know whether you know if that's a seasonal thing or not. Next we have some elbows, and this is again part of the contribution I'll be making to the family Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to be making my baked mac and cheese, and if you're interested in that, I do have a recipe here on YouTube for that. I will include it in a card up here that you can click on if you'd like to go see that recipe. And of course, we cannot run out of coffee. This is the only coffee that my husband drinks. Dustin is very particular about his coffee, and so we had to get another container of this. He always has to have his cup or two in the morning. And of course, I have to have milk for both the mac and cheese, although I'll probably end up using the evaporated milk for the mac and cheese. Using evaporated or regular milk, there isn't a whole lot of difference as far as mac and cheese. Just depends on what you have on hand. But mostly, I use this for cereal! And I was running out of cereal, so I picked up one more bag. Haven't been eating cereal as much lately because it's been cold and snowy outside a lot of the time. So when it's that cold, you don't tend to want cereal as much, but I am still a big cereal eater. It's very cheap if you get it in bags like this. If you get it in boxes, that's more of a treat, because those can be very, very expensive. But the Multi-Meal brand has always been one of my favorites. They do great reproductions of some of the boxed cereals, the name brand cereals. Sometimes even better than the name brand, I've found. And so I have gotten Multi-Meal for quite some time. So this entire haul actually fit on the table this time. I don't think I've had that happen in a grocery video yet, but it was a smaller haul. Now, as far as budget, our budget for this grocery haul, including the stuff we needed for Thanksgiving, was $100. And this is a hard budget to stick to for me, but I have been able to do it so far. And this haul actually came out especially well. It only came to $92.99. So we were under budget once again. It's been very close every time. This is actually the most under budget we've been so far since I started filming these grocery hauls, and I am very, very happy with it. We got everything that we needed. Not everything we wanted, but everything we needed, and it worked out well. So I hope I've been able to show you some of the things that I buy and hopefully inspire you to buy Not cheap, but frugal. Buy what you need. And maybe even inspire you to make some of that baked mac and cheese. It's good. It's really good. I hope that you check out that recipe and try it for yourself. It's one of the absolute favorites in this house. So, with that said, I will see you next time.